Well, good afternoon. Paul Swanson with you here on a beautiful fall November Saturday. There is sunshine and blue skies and temperatures I think it's been close to 50 today. So, hey, a great day. Been out running errands and after doing a bunch of stuff around the house this morning, we got, what do we do? Got the garage cleaned out. Well, not completely, but, hey, got it a whole lot cleaner than it had been, so that's a good thing. Got the front yard raked a bit just to get a lot of the leaves, not all of the leaves, it's not a leaf-free yard, but got the majority of the leaves off of the front yard so that grass can dry out a little bit. It won't be packed down because there is some, oh my gosh, gasp, there is snow in the forecast on the upcoming week. Not a lot, I mean, it's just, I don't even know that it's, conditions are right that we may have frozen white flakes falling from the sky. Whether it happens or not is totally an entire other story, so we shall see. It's been a productive day. I hope your day has been so. We have won the day so far, and it's only, 3:44 so in the afternoon, so there's still a good chunk of the day left. Started out this morning with a good, actually last night we had a very one of the local restaurants was hosting a fish fry. Wisconsin, Friday night, you gotta have fish fries somewhere. Everybody, it's the law. Anyway, they were hosting a fish fry in support of the local American Legion Post 49, which American Legion Post 49, which I finally found out after living here for 4 years, actually doesn't have an official post building, but they are meeting in the local fire hall. So anyway, that was interesting. Got to meet a bunch of people and actually sat down and ate with people that we had not known before. You see a lot of people in town, in the town of 500, it's, you see a lot of people, but you don't know maybe who they are, or, you may acknowledge them, say hello, just to be polite. But I had a good, enjoyable time with in support of the American Legion. And they apparently had a good turnout, so that was all well and good. And my one comment was that in looking at the dinner or the overall organization of what went on last night, it seems like for a bunch of ex-military guys, it could have run a little smoother. But hey, all went for a good cause, so that was all good. This morning had a conference call, actually a worldwide conference call. Folks in India, out on the West Coast, and up here in northern Wisconsin. So that was a good, lots of good conversation and thought-provoking types of things. And I can see a little bit of a sun glare on the screen here, but I don't know if you're seeing that or not as well. Anyway, that was good. Some good thought-provoking conversation, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have more of that over the weekend. And as I said, got the garage cleaned out a bunch. It's not complete, but it's certainly a whole lot better. I can actually see the garage floor now, which is a good improvement. And I said, raked leaves in the front yard, at least dumped them all in the ditch, try to tamp down a bunch of the weeds and other crap that's in the ditch by the front, by the street. And then I've been out running errands, getting cat food, and stopping at Ace and getting some things, a couple of little chunks or little lengths of chain for some plants we're hanging up. And it was interesting to notice, probably one of the best places in Ashland, and well, it's a known gem there, but it's a known gem for the locals. But anytime we go to Ashland, I always want to make a point to try to stop there. Is the 6th Street Market. Great place. They have some of the best bratwursts that they make there. And I was reminded there as I was standing in line waiting to pay for my purchases that there was a gentleman, I don't know, a couple people ahead of me, who was writing a check. And you say, what's that? Well, we live in an area of the country, and most likely in an area of the state, that people still rely on the writing of checks. That's how they transact business. And not only the people, but the businesses who still accept checks as a form of payment. Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it is just interesting to see in this day and age of electronic money transfers and your credit and debit card and bank cards and other electronic means of financial transactions, that both individuals and businesses continue to, I guess, hold on for dear life, or continue to promote the banking industry with the writing and acceptance of checks for the payment of goods and services. I know when we opened a bank account here some 4 years ago, yeah, we got some starter checks, and we got an initial, box of, I don't know, 100 or, anyway, some amount of checks. And we went through those not real fast, because the only thing we were writing checks for was very limited types of things, for maybe paying rent at the time, or sending off a payment of some sort or another. But we finally ran out of checks, and then for, I don't know, a month or two, I would get a sheet of 4 checks from the bank with our particular information on them. And I would use those. I mean, those would last me a couple of months. And finally, I don't think I've written a check now for, I want to say almost a year. But again, it's just interesting, the community and the individuals in the area who, and this is a large area, just not the town we live in, but county-wide and even into the surrounding counties still continue to write, and businesses still continue to accept checks as a mode of payment for goods and services. As I said, given the amount of electronic payments and your credit card, your debit card, your bank, the card that your bank issues you for your bank account, with the chips in them now, and that people are still using pen and paper to do their financial transactions. So maybe we're not quite ready to let go of those things, which I guess are familiar, or well, gee, that's the way we've always done it. Something. Anyway, that was just sort of interesting. I saw Santa Claus today. Don't let that out, but I did see Santa Claus today. Santa was wandering around Walmart. And let's see what else. It's just been a great day. Like I said, sunshine and blue skies and a few clouds in the sky, but boy, what a great fall day to get a bunch of stuff done. And the weekend is oh yeah, don't forget, tonight we don't spring forward, but we fall back. So today we gain that hour that we lost in the spring. And I don't, that there's a whole nother issue of, why are we still doing daylight savings times? We have enough trouble trying to keep track of the other things, the multitude and plethora of things that are going on in our lives, let alone trying to figure out what time it is. Or do I spring forward or fall back, or just what do I do? It would be interesting to see, and really the reasons, or the given reasons that people used for the necessity for daylight savings time have certainly gone by the wayside. There's not the energy savings. The farming and agriculture business has gotten to such a industrialized and mechanized type of daily work that it's not the almost complete manual labor that goes on. So do we really need daylight savings time anymore? Comment, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. I'd just as soon go back to, hey, if we switch here, tonight, and then that's it. Leave it as it is. It's going to be getting dark now very suddenly, very soon. Really, by tomorrow this time, it's probably going to be pretty dark, I'm thinking. But yeah, that's a big thing. So don't forget to turn your clocks back an hour. I've got one stupid clock that they put a chip in it, and it changes. It was a pre-programmed for daylight savings time when it was on a regular basis, but now that they change it almost every year as far as what date the change is going to be made. It just continues to change at whatever was pre-programmed into it. So anyway, so we are just about to, oh, I just saw something. So anyway, not a big deal. Are you, yeah. Okay, I had somebody behind me and I didn't want to confuse them at all. Oops. And now I'm trying to back up. Thankfully, we have a camera in the car, so a backup camera, so we can back up and see where we're going. This is handy. Two things: if we ever get another car, gotta have cruise control and gotta have a backup camera. Two important things in one's driving. Once you have them, you'll never go out with them again. So that is it, at least for me. Thanks for listening and driving and traveling with me. Hope you've had a good day. Go ahead and please comment below. If you like what we're doing, please go ahead, subscribe, hit the subscription thing so you know when we're doing another video. And if you do like and want to support what we're doing here, there are the links on there where you can go ahead and contribute. So thanks for listening. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll talk with you all again real soon.